In life, one of the hardest truths we must come to terms with is that nobody truly cares about you, at least not in the way we might hope. It's a harsh reality that we don't like to accept. We often search for validation, attention, and affection from those around us, only to be disappointed by their indifference or inability to provide it in the way we imagine. This reality can be painful, yet it's one of the most powerful lessons you can learn in life. It forces you to stop depending on the fickle nature of people and turn inward. When we say that nobody cares about you, we are not referring to the absence of love, friendship, or compassion. People may love you and care about your well-being, but the truth remains that the world is vast and others have their own lives, struggles, and desires. This truth compels us to stop waiting for someone else to create meaning in our lives and instead become the creators of our own future. We must learn to care for ourselves first, because in the end, the only one truly responsible for your happiness, success, and growth is you. This truth is a liberating one. It encourages independence and resilience. By accepting that people will not always be there for you in the way you expect, you set yourself free from the chains of dependency. It helps you realize that it's not others' responsibility to shape your destiny. You are the master of your own life. Once you accept this truth, you step into a new realm of possibility. No longer are you waiting for others to fill the voids in your life, you start filling them yourself. This message is not meant to depress you, but to empower you. When you embrace the fact that others will never care about you in the way you might desire, you find a deeper strength within yourself. You discover that you are enough, that you don't need external approval to be valuable, and that you can stand tall even when the world around you is indifferent. So let us dive deeper into the power of realizing that nobody truly cares about you and how this insight can shape the way you approach life. The first step toward greatness is learning to rely on yourself. In a world that thrives on connections and collaboration, it's easy to believe that success depends on the help or approval of others. We often look to our family, friends, or colleagues to support us in our endeavors, hoping that their guidance or encouragement will help us achieve our goals. But this expectation can lead to disappointment when those around us fail to show up as we anticipate. At some point, you must come to the realization that your future is ultimately in your hands. No one else will carry your dreams or bear the weight of your aspirations. The truth is that relying on others for your success can leave you vulnerable. People have their own lives, ambitions, and struggles to contend with. They are not always in a position to be there for you the way you may want or need. And that's perfectly natural. No one else is obligated to make your dreams come true. The only one who can do that is you. This realization can be both empowering and humbling. It pushes you to take full responsibility for your own success and failure. It encourages you to stop waiting for someone else to come to your rescue and to start standing up and moving forward on your own. Self-reliance doesn't mean you have to isolate yourself from others or abandon the need for collaboration. It means recognizing that you are the ultimate architect of your life. You are the one who can shape your destiny by making conscious choices and taking deliberate actions. The strength to succeed comes from your own willpower, determination, and ability to adapt. When you rely on yourself, you stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect person, or the perfect set of circumstances. You become the driver of your own life, setting your own course and overcoming obstacles as they arise. Learning self-reliance requires cultivating a mindset of independence and resilience. It's about developing the inner strength to continue even when others may doubt you or when the world seems indifferent to your dreams. When you embrace self-reliance, you learn to trust your instincts, take risks, and remain steadfast in the face of adversity. This inner strength comes from within, not from the approval or support of others. Moreover, self-reliance also teaches you the importance of self-discipline. The habits you build, the actions you take each day, and the mindset you maintain are all crucial to your success. No one can do the hard work for you. While others may offer advice, the final decision rests with you. The path to achieving your goals is often challenging, but by relying on yourself, you can overcome even the toughest obstacles. The ability to keep moving forward even when no one else is watching is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Ultimately, becoming self-reliant means taking ownership of your life. It means trusting yourself enough to believe that you have what it takes to navigate the challenges ahead, regardless of whether others are there to support you. When you stop relying on external factors for your happiness, success, and fulfillment, you become a powerful force in your own life. You don't wait for someone else to create opportunities for you, you create your own. This shift in mindset is the foundation for achieving anything you set your mind to. It's not about doing it alone, but about having the confidence and capability to move forward with or without others by your side. We live in a world that is obsessed with external validation. From the moment we're born, we are taught to seek approval from others, whether it's our parents, peers, or society at large. This desire for approval is not inherently bad. As humans, we naturally seek connection, and part of that connection often involves being validated or recognized by those around us. However, the problem arises when we begin to place our entire sense of worth in the hands of others. In doing so, we lose sight of the most important thing, that our value is not contingent upon what others think or say. The illusion of external validation can be especially dangerous in a world dominated by social media. With every like, comment, and share, we are constantly measuring our worth based on the opinions of others. The number of followers we have or the amount of attention we receive becomes the barometer for our success and significance. But this kind of validation is fleeting. It's not a deep, lasting recognition of who we truly are. It's a momentary acknowledgement that can disappear just as quickly as it arrived. People can like your post today and forget about you tomorrow. The approval they offer can be as shallow as their fleeting attention. In a society where everyone is vying for attention, external validation can feel more like a competition than a genuine connection. The truth is, the need for constant validation from the outside world is a trap. It keeps you dependent on others for your self-worth, which in turn means you are vulnerable to their changing moods, opinions, and behaviors. You are constantly measuring yourself against others, and no matter how much validation you get, it will never be enough. The more you seek outside approval, the more you disconnect from your true sense of self. You lose sight of who you really are because you are too focused on what others want or expect from you. True value comes from within. It is not determined by the opinions of others, but by your understanding of your own worth. When you stop seeking validation externally, you begin to recognize that you are enough as you are. Your worth does not fluctuate based on the reactions of others. You no longer need someone else's approval to feel good about yourself or to move forward in life. This is a powerful shift that allows you to live authentically and confidently, without the constant need for validation or recognition. This shift begins when you learn to trust your own voice and judgment. It's about believing in your own abilities, decisions, and path, even when others may not understand or approve. The truth is, not everyone will agree with you or support you, and that's okay. The only person whose opinion truly matters is your own. When you stop measuring your success by external standards and instead focus on your own personal goals, you free yourself from the burden of others' expectations. Moreover, by releasing the need for external validation, you also create space for personal growth and fulfillment. When you are constantly looking for approval from others, you are stuck in a reactive state. You are reacting to what others think of you instead of being proactive in creating your own life. But when you choose to value your own judgment over the opinions of others, you take control of your destiny. You begin to make decisions that align with your values, desires, and aspirations, rather than decisions that are made simply to please others or meet their expectations. This is the foundation of authentic success. It is the kind of success that doesn't depend on the applause of others, but rather on the satisfaction of knowing that you are living in alignment with who you truly are. By embracing your own value, you break free from the prison of validation and start living a life that is genuinely yours. The approval of others becomes irrelevant because you are no longer seeking it, you are already enough. When you fully accept that nobody cares about you in the way you may have hoped, it leads to one of the most empowering realizations in life, personal responsibility. The moment you stop waiting for someone to take charge of your journey is the moment you take full ownership of it. No one can make your decisions for you. No one can live your life for you. And no one can bear the consequences of your choices except you. This realization can be a wake-up call. It's a moment when you shift from a mindset of dependency to one of absolute accountability. Personal responsibility means that you stop blaming the world, your circumstances, or others for where you are in life. It means acknowledging that the decisions you have made, the paths you've chosen, and the actions you've taken have all contributed to your present situation. It's about taking full ownership of your journey, even if that means owning up to your mistakes and missteps along the way. The road to success is rarely smooth, and nobody's immune to setbacks. But when you understand that you are the one who determines how you respond to those challenges, you regain control of your narrative. Taking responsibility for your life also means you stop playing the victim. It's easy to fall into the trap of feeling sorry for yourself, especially when things aren't going well or when you feel like others are not offering the support you expected. But playing the victim keeps you stuck in a state of helplessness. You wait for someone else to intervene to rescue you from your struggles. However, when you take personal responsibility, you break free from this cycle. You begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth, not as insurmountable obstacles. You learn to see each failure as a lesson, not a reflection of your worth. The shift in mindset requires immense courage and maturity. It's not easy to face the fact that you are responsible for your own life. It's tempting to look outside yourself for reasons why things are the way they are, to blame your upbringing, your environment, or even the people around you. But the truth is, while external factors may influence your journey, you have the power to decide how you navigate those influences. It's not about what happens to you, but how you choose to respond. When you take responsibility for your life, you also take control of your future. You realize that your success, your happiness, and your growth are not dependent on anyone else's actions or attitudes. It becomes clear that you are the author of your own story. This empowerment allows you to create a future that aligns with your vision, not the expectations or limitations imposed by others. You start making choices that move you closer to your goals, even if that means making difficult or unpopular decisions. Furthermore, personal responsibility breeds personal growth. You become more self-aware as you reflect on your choices, and this self-awareness drives positive change. You stop making excuses and begin finding solutions. This doesn't mean you will never make mistakes, but it means you take full accountability for those mistakes and learn from them. The more you embrace responsibility, the more you develop resilience and determination, two essential qualities for overcoming the challenges life inevitably presents. Ultimately, the act of taking personal responsibility is liberating. It removes the burden of waiting for others to save you, and it places the power firmly in your hands. When you realize that you alone are responsible for your actions, your growth, and your success, you stop looking to others for validation or direction. Instead, you become the creator of your own destiny. This empowerment will not only transform your life, but will also inspire those around you to take charge of their own journeys. The realization that nobody cares about you in the way you might hope can initially seem like a source of loneliness or isolation. However, in the long run, it becomes a profound opportunity for true freedom and independence. When you stop relying on others to validate your dreams, desires, and identity, you open the door to a life that is truly your own. This freedom is not about being disconnected or indifferent to others. It's about taking ownership of your life and decisions without being shackled by the expectations and opinions of the people around you. At its core, embracing independence means you stop waiting for someone to give you permission to live the life you want. You no longer need external approval or support to pursue your goals because you have internalized the truth that your value and worth are not dependent on others. You realize that the world does not owe you anything. Your dreams, ambitions, and successes are entirely in your hands. This mindset shifts you from a passive, waiting state to an active one where you are in full control of your actions and decisions. This freedom also comes with the realization that you can live authentically. For so long, many of us shape our lives based on what others think or expect of us. We alter our choices, desires, or even our identities to fit into societal norms, family expectations, or the desires of those around us. But when you let go of the need for validation and stop relying on others to define your worth, you can start living in a way that is true to who you are, not who others think you should be. You no longer tailor your life to meet someone else's vision of success. Instead, you create your own path. Living authentically means aligning your actions, decisions, and goals with your true desires and values. You stop compromising your integrity or happiness for the sake of others. You begin to realize that it's more important to be true to yourself than to conform to others' opinions or desires. This sense of independence and authenticity can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to make choices that align with your passions and purpose, instead of choices driven by fear of judgment or rejection. When you are no longer bound by the need for external validation, you find the courage to take risks and pursue the things that truly excite and fulfill you. Independence also fosters resilience. Life will inevitably present obstacles, challenges, and disappointments. But when you embrace freedom and self-reliance, you are better equipped to handle those difficulties. You are no longer dependent on others to help you bounce back. Instead, you develop the inner strength to persevere on your own. You learn to lean on your own abilities, creativity, and resourcefulness to find solutions and navigate hardships. This resilience not only strengthens you in the face of adversity, but also builds your confidence. You begin to trust yourself more and more, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way, with or without support from others. Moreover, this freedom allows you to pursue your goals without the constraints of others' opinions. You become more willing to go after what you want without worrying about what others might think. You start setting boundaries and saying no when necessary. No longer do you feel the pressure to please others or meet their expectations. This independence enables you to pursue your dreams and ambitions unapologetically without compromise. You stop looking for approval and start forging ahead, taking action based on your own desires and inner compass. Another profound aspect of independence is that it allows you to create your own sense of purpose and meaning. When you let go of the need for others' approval, you are free to define success on your own terms. This freedom opens the door for you to find and pursue what truly matters to you, not what society or others think should matter. You stop comparing yourself to others and measuring your worth based on their achievements. Instead, you focus on your personal growth, fulfillment, and impact. The beauty of independence is that it brings peace and satisfaction, because you know that your happiness and success are not dependent on the opinions or actions of others. You no longer feel the anxiety of waiting for others to recognize your worth or validate your dreams. You live according to your own vision, trusting in your ability to create the life you desire. This freedom fosters inner peace because you are not constantly seeking approval from others. Instead, you are content with being yourself and moving forward according to your own values. Ultimately, embracing the freedom of independence empowers you to live a life of purpose, confidence, and authenticity. You stop seeking validation and start creating the life you've always dreamed of. You become the person who makes decisions based on what's best for you, not what others expect. This liberation allows you to experience life fully without the weight of others' expectations holding you back. In the process, you become a stronger, more resilient, and self-assured individual who can face whatever comes your way and pursue your goals with passion and determination. In the end, understanding that nobody cares about you is not about fostering negativity or bitterness. Rather, it's a profound realization that liberates you from the chains of dependency, insecurity, and fear. When you accept this truth, you stop waiting for others to fill the gaps in your life. Instead, you realize that you have the power and the responsibility to fill those gaps yourself. Self-reliance, the awareness that you are the architect of your own destiny, becomes the cornerstone of your life. It's no longer about seeking approval from others. It's about understanding that your worth is inherent and not contingent on the opinions or actions of the people around you. This realization pushes you to take responsibility for your growth and development. It ignites a fire within you to take action, learn from your mistakes, and continuously improve. By learning to embrace your independence, you also come to understand the power of resilience. When life knocks you down, you don't wait for others to lift you up. You stand up on your own. You find strength in your struggles, knowing that the ability to overcome challenges lies within you. The more you practice this independence, the more powerful and unstoppable you become. So let go of the expectation that the world owes you anything. The world does not owe you love, success, or happiness. But what you do have is the ability to create those things for yourself. Your life is a reflection of the choices you make, and no one else is responsible for those choices. When you understand this, you stop blaming others for your circumstances. You stop being a victim and become the hero of your own story. Remember, nobody cares about you, not in the way you might want or expect, but this is the very thing that frees you. It forces you to stop waiting for someone to hand you your destiny, and instead empowers you to create it. You are enough. You have everything you need inside of you to live a life of purpose, success, and fulfillment. The only thing that matters is whether you choose to believe it and act upon it. The greatest freedom you can experience is the freedom from the need for others' validation, the power to live authentically, to pursue your dreams, and to take charge of your life resides in you alone. So stand tall, own your journey, and become the person you were always meant to be.